So from here, our next step is we're going to put a bed in our bedroom. So what I want to do is I want to make my headboard, which is going to go right up against this back wall. I want to make it a little bit lower than my vanishing point because the bed is not going to be midway in the room. So I'm going to make a rectangle. You don't want to make this too wide because you want to remember that this is the back of your bed, so it's kind of further away in the distance in this drawing, so you don't want to make this too long. You want to kind of keep it in the middle there. So I'm just drawing a regular rectangle using a ruler, making all my lines as straight as I possibly can. All right, and then that's going to work as my headboard of my bed. So then from here, I'm going to go back to my vanishing point, and I'm going to use that to help me get the sides of the bed. So I've got vanishing point here, and it's lined up with that corner of the headboard, and I'm going to come out to about midway of my window. That seems like a good length for my bed. And I'm going to do the exact same thing now on the other side. So vanishing point and corner of that headboard. And I want to try to come out about as long as I did on that other one. So now from here, you want to erase your floor out of your bed, because now that your bed is covering that, you're not going to see that line anymore. And then next thing I want to do is give myself an edge of the bed. So I want to make sure that I do a straight horizontal where those two lines came out to. And if it looked like they were too long, you can cut it off. You can move it back a little bit and do your horizontal here if you feel like the bed came out too far. That's totally up to you. So I'm going to do like right here. All right. And then if you have any extra lines poking out there, you can just erase those. All right, we're getting there with our bed. So next thing I want to do is give my bed some dimension, because right now it just looks like a flat thing. So I'm going to go to my corners here with my ruler, and I want to do some straight vertical lines. That's what's going to give my bed some depth, like that. And then, it depends how thick you want your bed to be. If you want it to look really thick, you can go down further. It's up to you. Just want to make it look like the thickness of a mattress right there. And then the last thing you want to do for your bed is give it some little feet, legs, that come down. So again, those are going to be straight verticals. You're not even using the vanishing point for these. So straight verticals from the corners. And then a little bit of depth in there. Now, if you want to get really fancy, theoretically, if these were little bed posts at the bottom, they would have a little bit of dimension and depth to them because they're not just flat. So if you want to get really fancy, you go back to your vanishing point, and that will give you the angle to make those little bedposts look three-dimensional. And then just straight verticals again. So the point of these kind of drawings, and kind of the main important thing to learn, is that almost every line is either going to be a straight vertical or horizontal, or it's going to relate to the vanishing point. So right now I've got my bed, my little legs there. So the last thing we're going to do here is give ourselves some floor, and we're going to make it look like a wood floor. So what we're going to do is go back to our vanishing point with our ruler, and we are going to draw some angled lines to kind of separate our floor. Now the last thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to draw some straight horizontal lines that kind of separate your wood floor into different panels. And you want to kind of stagger those so they're not all in the exact same spot. So I'll show you what I mean. So from here, I'm going to show you how I would add a bunch of cool details to this room. And I'm going to speed it up so it doesn't take too much time, but just know you can feel free to make your room customized to what you would like to have in it. You can do some cool posters on the wall, you can add curtains and things. So I'm just going to show you a couple of details that I would add to this drawing.